In the heart of Tennessee, in the 19th century, amidst the whisper of the wind and the murmuring of ancient trees, resided the Bell family. It was a night like any other, when the profound silence was broken by a persistent knocking sound. At first, John Bell thought it was just the wind or some animal sneaking around the house. But soon, the sound became so intense and rhythmic that everyone in the house was awakened. The night passed in watchfulness and fear, everyone staring at each other with wide eyes, whispering prayers to ward off the evil they felt surrounding them. With the arrival of morning, the family forced themselves to believe that the previous night was merely a product of their collective imagination. But as the days went by, the eerie occurrences intensified. Whispering voices that came from nowhere, objects that moved on their own, and shadows dancing on walls where no light reached became the daily companions of the Bells. Even the neighbors began to avoid the property, fearful of a force they didn't understand, but whose echoes they could hear in the silent early mornings. It was said among the locals that a witch had been offended by the Bell family and was now seeking her revenge. But what terrified them most was the presence of the entity that seemed to harbor a special disdain for John Bell. Desperate to put an end to the supernatural torment, the family sought help from all quarters, eventually reaching the ears of Andrew Jackson, the determined leader at the time, who, curious and skeptical, decided to investigate for himself, challenging the curse that so many feared. But upon arriving at the property, even the brave Jackson felt the chill down his spine, and in a sudden moment of clarity, he realized he was in the presence of something beyond comprehension. The witch, mocking his courage, manifested herself with fury and malice, forcing Jackson to retreat, certain that her vengeance was not yet complete. Tragically, the disturbances culminated in the death of John Bell, who, according to the whispers of the townsfolk, succumbed to the supernatural and malevolent touch of the entity. The legend of the Bell Witch, in its darkness and mystery, remained alive, haunting every heart that dared to listen to its story and leaving an indelible mark on time, where fiction and reality intertwined in an inevitable embrace of horror.